All right, so it's that time of year again for getting the fire started in the fireplace for the first time. We are in November here in California, so it's just starting to turn cold enough where this is worth it. But I figured maybe I'd make a little how-to video on how I like to get the fire started. So first up, I have a pretty standard open hearth fireplace here, but I don't have any gas or electronic ignition in the bottom. We just have the wood rack, the wood that goes in it, and then the flue. So first up, get our lighting stuff down. All right, so what I've done here basically is taken a single paper grocery bag and torn it up and made it into a bunch of little sort of fist-sized balls here. So that's going to be the thing that we light to get the fire started. Now, important to remember, there are 3 things that you need for any fire. First up, you need air, right? So that means not only air coming in from the top and from the sides, but also underneath. Second thing you need is fuel. So that's what the paper and what the kindling and the logs will be. That's going to be the fuel. And the third thing is spark or heat, because it's not just going to happen by itself. So you got to make sure you have all 3 of those things in order to have any kind of fire. Now, why don't I just put these big logs on top of that and get the fire going, right? Well, because it probably won't light. The fire needs to be hot enough to get the wood to burn by itself before it'll maintain the fire, keep things going. So what we do is we always build fires from small to big. So you start with things that are easy to light but won't burn very long. Then you get things that are a little bit harder to light on top of it that'll burn a little bit longer. Once these guys have a decent amount of fire going on their own without the help of the paper, that's when you can start stacking the logs on top. Now what I like to do is I like to do a little sort of what I call a log cabin shape, and I'm going to show you what that's like in just a second. Jump cut. All right, so we've got our little log cabin built on top. So basically what I've done here is I've taken the little kindling pieces and I've taken them this way and then back through, kind of stacking them up like a waffle pattern, going all the way up the stack here. Now this makes that so the paper is still easy to light on the bottom. There's still plenty of air coming in from the sides and the top to keep things going and get things lit. So let's get started. All right, another reason to start small and go big is that when this starts making smoke, you need the fire to help push the air up the chimney. Otherwise, the smoke isn't going to go up the chimney. If you've got a really tall chimney, it's going to come out towards you. So this helps create a drawing effect. The fire is now pulling in air from where I'm sitting into the chimney. It's burning and then going up. All right, I think we've gotten it lit pretty decently here. Now, just a reminder that I'm starting with a pine that I've cut up, and it's very, very dry. It's been sitting for a couple of years now. And now that I think we got a pretty decent starter going, just start throwing things on top. Start small, go big. That's all you got to do.